So I think we can. All right. I hope it's working better. Let me put my PPT in. Wait, why am I doing that? Cool. Better. I hope it's better. I hope it's working fine now. Uh, there were some audio issues which we were facing in the OBS because I just got off my special class. So I think that might be sometimes overlapping with each other. Cool. Good to go. We're back to where we were. 11. Let's get started. I'm sorry. Guys, yes. So we have done this chapter already on YouTube way before, I think last to last month. We're going to be revising this chapter. It's called Expert Detectives. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to be revising it in three different parts. Last time I did the last part on as a special class, but now we're going to be doing it on YouTube before this month ends. And I know some of you might be having your exams. So if this chapter is coming in your exams, you are at the right place because we are going to be revising this entire chapter. And I've definitely changed the PPT a little bit because that PPT was too. And I looked back at it and I was like, too kiddish for my taste. We also have some Kahoot because I want to practice some tenses. So we are going to do some Kahooting for past tense. I've selected two Kahoots. I want to see if we get the time for both of them. If not both, we'll definitely get a chance for one. All right. Hi guys, nice to see you in the session. I'm pretty sure guys it's not lagging now. Hi Neil, nice to see you in the session. Or Neil, don't worry. We are going to have the comic conversation session on YouTube as well. It's going to happen on 29th on I think 6th channel. I think I'm going to include you in that with specs because you told me that you wear specs. So we're going to be covering today Expert Detective Part 1. I'm going to explain the first part of the chapter. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions in the middle of the chapter. And we are also going to have a mentee before we have some Kahooting for past tense. All right. There is a lot of lag and I can see that too. It's a level of lag which I never knew existed, but it definitely does. Cool. Let's get started with part 1. Hi, my name is Andreena. In case this is your first time here, I did my bachelor's in economics and I've been teaching for the past 3-4 years. Also, why is the number here? Why? I think this is not, this format did not work. Guys, the comic conversation session is going to be my last session for this week and today. So make sure that you join me at 7:30 today, right? Make sure that you are coming to the comic conversation session. Where is my pen? It's gonna happen at 7:30 p.m. Right, it's in 1 hour. It's an hour-long session, 1 hour long session, and yeah, it's gonna happen on the platform. So you're gonna have to go there, enroll for it, and then you will get a notification when it goes live. Right? Ta-da! This is what I showed to you in the last class as well. This is a very pretty version of me, right? So I've made 75 students to the best of my ability as cute as possible through cartoon characters. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting. You're going to get to see your name, you're going to get to see your characters, and we are also going to practice some grammar through those characters that we have created. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. All right. 70 students nahi. I'm thanking 75. I counted and I was like, definitely more than 70. Right? So it's going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be interesting. So make sure that you're there at 7:30. Quick introduction about Plus. We have live classes, we have weekly quizzes, we have doubt solving session, practice sessions, as well as test series that happen for Plus. The number of classes that we'll be taking in January, I think February also. The number of classes that we'll take on YouTube will go down a little bit and they will go up in Plus. So definitely, if you want to stick around for all your favorite teachers, consider if you want to become a Plus student to avail all of these features. We also have Iconic. Iconic is a little bit different. It's everything that Plus is, including a personal mentor, live doubt solving connections, parent connect, and a study planner that you get to work with. उसके अलावा we have creative corner. So अगर if you want to let your creativity shine, you can become a part of creative corner. So classes on everything, not traditional subjects, but classes on debating, blogging, magic tricks, and financial literacy. We are not the only educators who are there on the platform. There are a lot many educators who are working very, very hard to help you study better, right? So there are a lot of other educators on the platform that you can come and explore. Unacademy as a platform has a lot of educators. So you have a lot of options to study the same topic with different teachers, because teachers matter a lot, whether you like it or not. Okay, let's get started with the story. I'm assuming that some of you were there in the first part of or when I did this story back in 2 months ago. But this actually story starts with Nishad, who is 7 years old. Now, there are three main characters in the story. There is Nishad, there is Maya, and there is Mr. Nath. The whole story revolves around these two kids and their suspicion of Mr. Nath and what or who Mr. Nath could be. So Nishad is a 7-year-old boy. He is also called Seven in the story, and Maya is a 10-year-old. They both are very curious about Mr. Nath. Now, why are they so curious? Because उनको जानना है कि Mr. Nath जिंदगी में करते क्या हैं except existing. ठीक है? So Nishad and Maya, just like any two 7 and 10-year-old kids, are very, very what? They're very, very curious about the world around them. And the world around them consists of Mr. Nath. Mr. Nath is the suspicious character or a very mysterious character in this story, because even from the onset of the story, from now, we don't get a lot of information from Mr. Nath. So Mr. Nath from the story कभी बैठ के बताते नहीं है, पता है मेरे साथ क्या क्या हुआ था, नहीं. The whole story revolves around Nishad, who is 7, and Maya, who is 10, who get suspicious about Mr. Nath. Why are they so curious about Mr. Nath? If you could let me know in the comment section, why do you think Seven and Maya, they just wanted to get to know Mr. Nath a little bit better. We will get to know why they want so curious about Mr. Nath. But if you could tell me, why do you think they were so curious about Mr. Nath? What were they so curious about? What did they want to know in the first place? Right? All right. Yes, Davian, that will definitely make. Hi, Romaisa. Nice to see you in the session. All right. Okay. Peace. Yes, of course, Aditi, we do have a mentee because he looks suspicious. Yes, Neil. Neil, aren't you like an ICSE student? What's that? Yes. Make another comic. Yes. Guys, yes, Mr. Nath was a suspicious person because he looked hella suspicious. He looked kind of weird, first of all. He did not look like a normal man that Nishad and Maya would think. That is why I think they got curious about Mr. Nath. They were like, what exactly is wrong with Mr. Nath? So they're curious. Yes, he was also living very alone. So now they wonder about, Nishad wonders why Mr. Nath looks so skinny. Now Nishad, okay, he's not blaming Mr. Nath for being or he's not suspicious of Mr. Nath for being a criminal. He's actually simply wondering about कि भैया Mr. Nath खाते पीते नहीं है क्या? Why is he so skinny? So Maya thinks, but Maya on the other hand, her suspicions have no leaps and no bounds. What she thinks is कि यार ये Mr. Nath तो है criminal और crook, वो तो कोई illegal activity कर रहा है side में. ठीक है? So Nishad Jab on the one hand is thinking कि भैया maybe Mr. Nath is not getting enough food to eat because he's so skinny. Maya thinks that he is a crook and criminal. So both of them are suspicious and they are wondering about Mr. Nath, but the kind of things that they're thinking about are very different from each other. What else do you think they wonder about? Guys, there's no mentee right now. It's going to happen after I explain the first part of the chapter. Yes. What else do you think that they wonder about? What do you think other than the fact that, okay, maybe Mr. Nath is very skinny, or he looks like a criminal, or he looks like a crook? Crook is somebody who's a criminal, about his lifestyle, about his friends. Yes, definitely. Crook is, guys, somebody who is a criminal, somebody who's a thief, somebody who steals, does petty jobs, right? Yes, definitely, Kiran. Definitely, we're going to do that. Point noted. Mr. Nath was an aggressive person. Yes, they did wonder about that. And Neil, you're absolutely correct. They also wondered about, ki bhaiya, what does he do for a living? Does he have friends? Where does he go? Does he have anything else? So they wonder about a lot of other things related to Mr. Nath. Now, Mr. Nath, who exactly is Mr. Nath? Nishad wonders if he gets enough food. Now, Nishad knows that Mr. Nath is very, very skinny. Now, Nishad always keeps wondering, yaar, maybe Mr. Nath is not eating enough. That is why he's very, very skinny. Maya knows that Ramesh gives him food every day from the restaurant below. But Maya को तो पता है ये तो गलत है क्योंकि मिस्टर नाथ तो हर दिन खाना खाते हैं. And how does Maya know that? Maya को ये सब कैसे पता? क्योंकि Ramesh, who is basically this guy who works at the restaurant below Mr. Nath's house, gives him food every day from the restaurant. Now Nishad सोचता है कि if Mr. Nath doesn't work, how does he pay for the food? Very natural, very obvious question कि अगर Mr. Nath काम नहीं करते तो उनके खाने के लिए पैसे कहाँ से आते हैं? तो Maya tells him he must have a trunk full of treasures. जैसे ही निशद बोलता है कि मुझे नहीं पता मिस्टर नाथ करते क्या है for a living, Maya jumps to the conclusion कि भैया इनके घर पे तो a trunk full of treasure है जिससे वो पैसे निकाल के रेस्टोरेंट के बिल पे करते हैं. Right? An important question here is who exactly is Ramesh? I think I've already told you, but if you could tell me in the comment section, who is Ramesh? If you've read the story, you know who is Ramesh, and I've also told you, but if you could tell me who is Ramesh? Is Ramesh Mr. Nath's brother, sister, friend, caretaker? Is he Nishad's and Maya's, father? Who exactly is he? Man. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. Okay, he's Maya's brother. No, guys, he's not Maya's brother. He is actually a worker in the nearby restaurant. Yes, guys, he is actually a worker in the nearby restaurant. He's the person who works at the restaurant below Mr. Nath's house, right? So Ramesh is the person who would give Mr. Nath his meals from the restaurant. That is where Nishad gets the question as to why exactly or how exactly is Mr. Nath paying for this food that he is getting from the restaurant below, right? So now we know who Ramesh is or what is he doing. Maya mentions that he has a nasty scar that Mr. Nath has. Right? He must have got it in a fight with the police. Now, Maya is she thinks a lot. And she thinks a lot. She has a very active imagination. Maya ये mention करती है कि यार मिस्टर नाथ के पास ना एक बड़ा अजीब सा स्कार है. तो वो बोलती है जरूर मिस्टर नाथ को ये स्कार तब मिला होगा when he was fighting with the police. Now Nishad reminds her, he brings her down to earth. He's like कि नहीं, I think मम्मा ने हमें बताया था it was a burn scar. He did not get it fighting with the police. उनको कहीं से लग गई होगी. It is a burn scar. Nobody fought with the police. On Monday, Seven went to his mother's clinic. Now, one piece of information, Seven's mother is Mr. Nath's doctor. Right? So definitely something horrid happened to Mr. Nath. So Monday को next दिन या उसके next हफ्ते not mentioned, Seven अपनी मम्मी के clinic जाता है. When he told Maya that he met Mr. Nath, she is annoyed. Now, of course, वो जब मम्मी से मिलने जाता है, मम्मी के क्लिनिक जाता है मंडे को, then he had a chance to bump into whom or collide with Mr. Nath. And जब वो घर आके माया को बताता है कि you know who I met? I think I met Mr. Nath. So Maya gets very, very irritated. She's like, तुमने पहले क्यों नहीं बताया? That is why Maya gets very, very annoyed. Mr. Nath is a crook or a servant. Guys, he is neither of those things. In the story, till at least in the chapter, it's not mentioned whether he's a crook or a servant. They believe that he is a crook or he's a criminal, but he's not a criminal. Right? Okay. Now, Seven जब Monday को मिलता है Mr. Nath से, he's like, yeah, I think I want to help Mr. Nath since he's so thin. He's like, Mr. Nath तो ढंग से खाना खाते नहीं है. Maybe I should give him a chocolate. Right? So he's being very, very kind and a very, very nice, considerate bachcha. He knocks on his door and hands him a chocolate. Now, जब Seven को तो पता है Mr. Nath is very, very skinny. Also, Seven suspects that Mr. Nath is not eating well. So, he has a chocolate. He decides to give it to Mr. Nath because he's so skinny. So, he knocks on the door and gives him the chocolate. Why did Seven give Mr. Nath a chocolate? I think, yes, Neil, I know you're an ICSE student. How do you know the story then? right? So why did Seven give Mr. Nath a chocolate? Seven gave Mr. Nath a chocolate because Seven felt that Mr. Nath was very skinny. So he wanted to help Mr. Nath. He wanted to be kind. That is why he gives Mr. Nath a chocolate when he sees Mr. Nath on Monday when Seven goes to his mother's clinic. Some exciting news. Now Maya is excited to hear that Seven got close to Mr. Nath. इससे पहले I don't think they had a lot of interaction with Mr. Nath. Maya और Seven दोनों ने Mr. Nath से ज़्यादा बातें नहीं करी थी. So Maya हो जाती है बहुत ज़्यादा excited. She's like, oh my god, मुझे सब बताओ. I want to know everything about Mr. Nath. Alright, she asks if he got a look at the treasure trunk. Remember the treasure trunk that Maya says कि जैसे जब निशद बोलता है कि मुझे नहीं पता कि कि मिस्टर नाथ अपने खाने के लिए कैसे पे करते हैं, तो माया बोलती है कि उनके पास एक ट्रेजर चेस्ट है ना, उससे. So Maya asks Nishad or Seven, did you see the treasure chest that he has, which he uses to pay? Now Seven told Maya that he was never asked in by Mr. Nath, so he didn't see any trunk. Now Seven is like कि मुझे अंदर बुलाया नहीं मिस्टर नाथ ने, तो मैंने नहीं देखा. I don't think it also exists, right? So this treasure trunk treasure trunk that she is talking about is the same treasure trunk that she suspects that Mr. Nath owns. What else did Ramesh tell Seven? Now Ramesh is the information giver in the story. Ramesh बहुत सारी information Seven को बताता है और Seven वो ही सारी information माया को बताती है. माया को बताता है. Ling, pulling and thrilling. Okay, cool. Yes, ma'am, I am also ICSE. Oh my god, so many ICSE students. Sometimes I feel like there's an unfair advantage to CBSE NCERT students and not ICSE students because we do so much NCERT and none of ICSE. We should do ICSE also. Cool. So Ramesh is basically the information giver. Ramesh has a yes. Ramesh, good job. Whoever is Sanani, good job. Ramesh says that his visitor talks a lot, while unlike Mr. Nath, who hardly speaks. Right, that is the information. All right. No, of course not, guys. No student is dull at all. What I'm trying to say is that I think we should teach ICSE also. It's kind of unfair to ICSE students because we only do NCERT and CBSE, no? तो सब पढ़ाना चाहिए. Cool. Okay. Right? So some exciting news. But he got some information. So Ramesh is the information giver in the story. Ramesh देता है information Seven को. Seven देता है information Maya को. Now Ramesh told Seven that Mr. Nath has 2 meals in the day, tea in the evening and afternoon. He paid in cash and he was a well tipper. He कैश में पेमेंट करता था और टिप भी देता था. तो रमेश हमारा इन्फॉर्मेशन गिवर Seven को बताता है, देखो मैं उसे 2 बार का खाना देने जाता हूँ, 2 बार की चाय, एक बार शाम को और एक बार आफ्टरनून में, और वो हमेशा कैश में पेमेंट करता है. And he also tips well. What else did Ramesh tell Seven? A lot of information more. Ramesh told Seven that every Sunday, har Sunday, a short fair man with spectacles visits Mr. Nath. वो बताता है कि भैया हर संडे मिस्टर नाथ को कोई मिलने आता है. He is short, he is fair, and he wears specs. The visitor talks a lot. Now बहुत बातूनी है वो visitor जो मिस्टर नाथ से मिलने आता है, and Mr. Nath on the opposite is very quiet. He doesn't talk a lot. So Maya is happy with discoveries. She is sure that they will get the crook. Now Maya हो जाती है बहुत खुश. She's like, by God, Seven, तुमने तो बहुत सारी information निकाली रमेश से. Right? Ramesh tells them very critical pieces of information about Mr. Nath's daily routine जो उन्हें वैसे पता नहीं लगती. So जो रमेश बताता है Seven को उसके खाने के बारे में, about this mysterious visitor who comes to visit Mr. Nath every Sunday without a fail, and he talks a lot. So Maya हो जाती है खुश because like अब तो हम इस criminal को पकड़ लेंगे. Seven is not convinced that Mr. Nath is a criminal. Now Seven is like, yeah, मुझे नहीं लगता Mr. Nath crook or criminal or he's anything else. I think he's just a normal man. He's not a criminal. I think he had an accident. Do you think, very obvious question, do you think that Mr. Nath is a criminal? Yes or no question. If you could write an answer for me in the comment section. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Nath seems a hella like a criminal. No, ma'am. Mr. Nath doesn't seem like a criminal because he seems very normal and ordinary. That's it. That's completely fine, Ratanya. It's completely fine. No. Sanjeev says no. Devyun says no. Lakshmi says no. Kaushiki says yes. Okay. Neil says can be not. Okay. Devan says no. Who else says no or yes? Megha says hi, Ananya. Nice to see you. Yes. So most of us are confused because we don't know much about Mr. Nath to begin with and confirm ki bhaiya Mr. Nath is criminal. Mr. Nath is not a criminal. Right? So what happens the next day? Now, of course, the next day due to rain, there is an unexpected holiday. The best kind of holidays in the world. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I would secretly wish that there was so much rain in Delhi that the schools would just shut down for weeks. Careful what you wish for. Now there is a pandemic, you can't go back to school. The next day इतनी सारी बारिश हो रही थी कि उसकी वजह से स्कूलों ने हॉलीडे डिक्लेयर कर दी. माया sat with a sheet of paper to write. ना माया के पास था बहुत सारा टाइम और उसके दिमाग में था बहुत सारा, how do I say it, बहुत सारा stuff, right? And clearly she's a very suspicious girl. So she sits down with a sheet of paper. She's like, okay, I don't have homework. I have completed all my homework. What should I do next to pass my time? Now Maya reminds Seven that all the crooks look normal. So at this point in time, something happens. Now Seven says, I don't think Mr. Nath is a crook because he looks so ordinary. Now Maya reminds कि भैया criminals भी normal लग सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता. They are not normal looking. Seven doesn't believe that Mr. Nath is a crook. Seven is much more logical and he's much more realistic. Maya, on the other hand, she wants to live in a fantasy world and she's curious, right? So Seven is like, nahi, Mr. Nath is not a crook. He's a very nice man. And now Maya ne piece of paper to nikala. But what do you think Maya actually wrote down? Yes, the facts they knew are about Mr. Nath, clues about Mr. Nath. Shreya, Neil, absolutely correct. And Ritanya, correct. The facts they knew about Shruti. Hi Shruti, nice to see you in the session. So माया के पास होमवर्क तो था नहीं और स्कूल की छुट्टी थी, तो वो पेपर लेके बैठ जाती है और वो सोचती है कि हमें सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन क्या क्या पता है मिस्टर नाथ के बारे में, वो सब लिख डालते हैं. That is what she wrote. That is what we're going to finish till today, for today, right? This is part 1 of the story. We are going to do it in part 2 and part 3 as well. Part 3 is basically going to be a summary of the chapter and a mentee based on the same. One important word, the only vocabulary word which is important from here is the word stashed away. Stashed away का मतलब किसी चीज को छुपा के रख देना. The thieves have a lot of money stashed away. राइट, थीफ ने बहुत सारा पैसा चुराया और फिर उसे छुपा के रख दिया कोने में. माय मदर हैज सम सेविंग्स स्टैश्ड अवे. राइट, माय मदर के पास जो भी कुछ सेविंग्स थी, शी हैज हिडन इट अवे. राइट, alright, in the comment section, are you ready for the mentee? And then we're going to do some kahooting for past tense and then we're going to be done. ठीक है, Neil is ready. Hi Newton, nice to see you. Ma'am, Maya wrote about me. Mr. Nath, yes. Okay, cool. Okay, yes, Shruti Sharma, we are going to be doing mentee. So mentee ka code is 820750. We are going to do 2 kahoots for past tense as well once we're done with the mentee. Mentee काफी normal है ये वाला. इसमें सिर्फ 30 seconds you're going to get a lot of time. All right. ICSE, how to kahoot. Guys, kahooting करने के लिए आपको this is my third session. KAHOOT.IT is the kahoot that you have to go to, and then I will give you the game pin जिसको आपको उसमें enter करना है, and then you can play that particular game with me. All right, thank you Sandhya, that's a lot of love in the comment section. Let's get started. All right, My PPT off, my Menti on. Let's get started with it. I think it only has 15 questions. Whoa, wait a minute. Are you kidding? No way. I did not. ठीक है, मैंने leaderboard नहीं add करा. Hold on. No, I want to add leaderboard. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna add the leaderboard. And then 4, 5. And then you can join because I think it's not activated yet. Ah, sure. Cool, cool. Got it. Let's get started. My Menti is not showing though. That is a weird way of saying it. Saying my Menti is not showing is. Ayo, I've already added the leaderboard. Ash. Didn't I add the leaderboard? I just added like 3 leaderboards. Okay. Ash, done. I've added it. Let's add leaderboard. Okay. Now can we show? Okay. Thank God. Now it's becoming activated. There are just a couple of questions. Why are there 11 questions? Okay, 11 questions. There are some writing parts as well. 820750 is the quiz code. Yes. And another first question. Yes. Neil, I've activated it. Now it's G to G. So we're good to go. Okay. I'm a cute little bird. Alright. 820750 is the quiz code that you can use to join. And then we're gonna get started. I think there's a lot of delay from my side. I don't know what it is, but okay, cool. Should we get started? I think we should get started. I am Candy, ma'am. I'm agent. Okay, good to know, guys. All right. Yes, guys, we do have Kahoot. Let's get started with the first question of this Menti. There are actually 15 questions. Some of them are writing questions or thinking questions in the end. We are going to be doing some Kahooting for past tense after we're done with this. So make sure that you stick around. I'm Frosty. Aww, Frosty, I like you. Okay, should we get started with this? No, ma'am, please don't start. Oh my God, Sanjeevni, I'm so sorry. I've already started. Hush, on the days when you don't want to lag, there is a lag. Right. Who sat with a piece of paper when there was a holiday from school? Now, this is the last thing that we discussed, right? जब स्कूल से छुट्टी होती है तब माया बैठती है पेपर लेके और फिर डिसाइड करती है कि यार हम ना लिस्ट बनाते हैं, देखते हैं कि हमें मिस्टर नाथ के बारे में क्या क्या पता है, उसमें से ऐसी कौन सी चीजें हैं which are suspicious. Ouch. Even changing your leg position while taking these classes is hilarious. Who sat with the piece? It was Maya. Maya was the one who was like, चलो देखते हैं हमें मिस्टर नाथ के बारे में क्या क्या पता है. Just hold on a second. Second question. What does second question say? He looks so ordinary, 7 said. Why did Maya say what? Okay, not why did, but what did Maya say in return? Now, 7 at one point says कि भैया Mr. Nath looks extremely ordinary, right? So what did Maya say in return? She basically said कि भैया criminals look quite ordinary. Criminals look like crooks. No, they don't. They actually look pretty chill, just like normal people do. So option number B was the correct answer. Criminals are always very good looking. No, guys, this is not a Netflix movie. So no. Option number B was the correct answer. Criminals can look quite ordinary. Let's take a look at the what did Ramesh did not tell 7. Now we know Ramesh is the information giver, and Ramesh is the one who like gives out information about Mr. Nath to 7, and 7 translates it to Maya. Now there was this one set of information which was not given to 7 by Ramesh. Mr. Nath had burn scars. Ramesh never tells anyone I don't think Ramesh even knows about the fact that Mr. Nath has burn scars. So option number A was the correct answer. Ramesh ain't tell Seven about this. Nobody did. I think Seven and Maya somehow already knew about it, or their mother, who was Mr. Nath's doctor, told Seven and Maya about that burn scar, which Maya looks at and she pretends, oh my god, this happened in a police fight. No, Maya, it did not. Fourth question. Let's take a look at that one. Why did Seven give a chocolate to Mr. Nath? Now, of course, when Seven meets Mr. Nath on Monday, he gives a chocolate to Mr. Nath. Why do you think he gave a chocolate to Mr. Nath? For a very obvious reason. Seven was always just like concerned about why is Mr. Nath so skinny? That is why he decides to give a chocolate to Mr. Nath. He's like, maybe Mr. Nath would not mind eating a chocolate because he's already so thin. So option number A was the correct answer. Okay, he wanted to congratulate Mr. Nath. Guys, why would you want to congratulate Mr. Nath again? Like, why? No, of course not. He did not want to congratulate anyone, much less Mr. Nath. For what? What did Mr. Nath do? Mr. Nath's scar, the scar that Maya looks at and she's like, oh my god, he must have got it in a fight with the police. It was actually not from a fight with the police, but it was actually what? It was a theft he did a long time ago because he was actually a criminal. It was an encounter. It was a police shootout. Guys, it was a burn scar. And who tells them this? Their mother gives them this particular information saying ki bhaiya ye burn scar hai. It is option number C, which was the correct answer. Mr. Nath's scar were from a burn, option number C. Reality. So Maya was clearly not living in a real world. She was living in her fantasy world. Let's take a look at leaderboard. Frosty. What's up with your answers, Frosty? These days, not performing that well, but of course, I still love ya. Then there is Maria. Maria, you are there in the comic conversations wala list. Make sure that you make it today for the 7:30 session. Kaushik, Pragya, Tamim, Litika, Sandhya, Frosty, Lakshmi, Shriya, and Ratanya. Ratanya, you two already are there, so you two, I know you're gonna come. Let's take a look at the sixth question. What does sixth question say? Who bought Mr. Nath his meals from the restaurant below? Now, there was this one specified person who bought Mr. Nath all his meals from the restaurant below. Who was it? Who do you think it was? Guys, it was Ramesh. Ramesh was the person who used to work in the restaurant, no? It was clearly Ramesh who was bringing him all these foods from the restaurant. And he used to basically, Mr. Nath used to pay Ramesh for the food and he used to tip him very well. So basically, Mr. Nath was a very generous tipper. Generous tipper. Is that even correct? I hope so. I've said it. Alright, Maya is 7 years old and Seven is 10 years old. Is that true? Is that factual information? It's not true. Guys, the reason why Seven is called Seven or why this chap is called Seven is because he's 7 years old. Maya is actually 10 years old. Seven is 7 years old. I hope that's logic. No? Okay. Let's take a look at the 8th question. What does it say? It says, what is the meaning of stashed away? The only vocabulary word or phrase that we have learned so far, or at least in part 1. Stashed away. Hidden away. It basically means to hide away something. I've stashed some money away or I've stashed some chocolates away. You can stash anything and everything, honestly, under the sun. Money, books, life, everything. Right, so option number A was the correct answer, which basically means hidden away. Stashed, right? We have some money stashed away. We have some people save, food in the case of an apocalypse, which never made sense to me, but people do. 9th question, what does it say? 9th question basically says, who is the most suspicious of Mr. Nath? Now, out of all the characters who are there in the story, there is this one character who is obsessed with the idea of Mr. Nath being a crook or Mr. Nath being a criminal. She cannot get the idea that Mr. Nath could just be a normal human being out of her head. It's basically Maya. Maya, time and time again, you will see, is obsessed with the idea that Mr. Nath is a criminal, and she's not willing to look at the most obvious things around her to believe that Mr. Nath is just normal and he has a normal life, right? So Maya was the correct answer. It was option number A. Let's take a look at this one. Basically says, why did 7 say that Mr. Nath couldn't be a criminal? Now, after when Maya says ki, Bhaiya, I think Mr. Nath is a criminal. 7 says, nah, I don't think Mr. Nath is a criminal because he's nice, because he looks so ordinary, because he looks weird, because he comes across as a king, as a kind being, because he looks so ordinary. Option number B was the correct answer. Right? So 7 says that Mr. Nath couldn't be a criminal because he just looks so ordinary. Can such ordinary people really be criminals? No, they cannot be. Option number B was the correct answer. Let's take a look at the last couple of questions. Last question. What? Alright, there's Maria, there's Kaushik, there's Pragya, Tamim, Frosty, Ritanya, Lakshmi, Shreya. And Shreya, don't worry, we are going to add you in the January version of this. So chill. All good. It's gonna happen again. And Ekta is also there on the top of the leaderboard. Why is it showing 11 questions? I think it's because of that. Who is a crook? Crook? Crook. 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 It's just like practicing. Who is a crook? I think it's called crook and not croak. Croak. Okay. We're going to do some cahooting after this. So let's do that. Someone who irritates you, someone who's a criminal. We've been talking about this the entire chapter. Crook is somebody who is actually a criminal. Option number B was the correct answer. Right? Somebody who is a criminal is actually a crook. Or one and the same thing. Meme, momos, potato, patatas, same thing. B was the correct answer. Last couple of questions, I think. This is the final leaderboard, I think. Maria, you are on the top of the leaderboard. Congratulations. I think the next couple of questions are just writing questions. So I think, do you have a brother or sister? Is it a part? Is it a part of it? Okay. Do you have a brother or sister? Yes. Somebody says no. I have a sister. So yes. I'm going to click on yes if I had to. Do you have a brother or sister? Now, why I'm asking these questions is because this is going to help you to relate to the story a little bit better. Because the story is between Maya and Seven, who are brother and who share the relationship of being brother and sister, it only makes sense to. Do you like mysteries? Most of us said yes. Okay. This is what the mystery. Have you ever solved a mystery? Yes. Have you? Or have you not? I don't think I've solved a mystery. Though the best mystery I've solved is who had my lunch, or who had the last piece of cake, or who had the last slice of pizza that I was planning to have for breakfast. That's it. There's no other mystery that I've ever solved. Cool. And do you think you can be a good detective? If you were to be a detective, do you think you can be a good detective? I am not sure. I don't think I can be a good detective. Who am I kidding? No, I don't think I'll be a good detective. I think I'll be a really, really bad one. Yeah, no, I can't be a good detective. I am also not sure about my detective capabilities, and we have reached the end of the presentation. Let's do some cahooting. I want to do this one first. It has 20 seconds, so very less time actually to answer. Only the last couple of seconds you're actually going to get to answer. Let me give you the pin. Because pin ke bina to you won't be able to enter. And I think I'm going to put on some Christmas music. I could use some cheering up. I don't want this music. Let's put disco. This is better. So the Kahoot code is 3482855. This is really good. I like this. I like Kahoot so much. I wish there was a music feature for teachers also. 3, 4. 82855. Remember, we are revising past tense. And Neil, I know what you're gonna ask me in the comment section, ma'am. Why haven't you made your own? Don't worry, Neil. We will. I have 5 classes today. It's very difficult to manage anyway. 3482855 is the quiz code that you can use to join. I feel like it's not. It's too loud. I want to know you can Lakshmi Kahoot KAHOOT.IT and then the code game pin जो use करना है वो है 3482855. Yes. Hi Anush, Anshu. Hi Anshu. Nice to see you in the session. I'm Ramana and I will win today's Kahoot. Ramana, congratulations. I think believing in yourself, you have halfway won. Right? Okay. Also, guys, I want to know how many of you can you guys hear the music, or can you start the music from your side? Because I want to know, because I have music on my side. So if you can hear the music, that would be interesting. संजीवानी Kahoot पे जाना है www.kahoot.it and then you have to use the code 3482855. Nope, you cannot. फिर तो sad है. पर ठीक है, मैं ही enjoy कर लूँगी. Let's get started. 3482855 is the game. Chalo. This is going to be a comparison between past tense and past perfect tense. It's going to be a very close call. I dashed ice cream yesterday. This is going to be very difficult. Okay. I hope you get to see the question at least. There's a lot of lag on YouTube today. Okay. Yeah. I got it. Most of you gave the correct answer, but I think the lag is so much that now I can see the question reflecting on everybody's screen. Let's wait it out. I ate ice cream yesterday. I eat ice cream yesterday. What's up with the students who gave the answer as eat? Ate. All right. Hi, Chirag. Take a look at the second question. My mom was mad because I dashed all the ice cream before she got home. I think because she had eaten, because I had eaten all the ice cream. I ate all the ice cream before she got home. I'm not sure. I think my let's do one round. I don't think we're gonna do the other Kahoot. I think it's taking too much time, and my mentee is actually very slow today. Not mentee, but my video is very slow today. So it would be unfair if I just continue like this. Cool. Had eaten. My mother was upset that I had eaten the ice cream before she came back home. My sister dashed my brother. Classic. Hit it. My sister hit my brother. My sister had hit my brother. Option number hit it and hit it तो आंसर हो भी नहीं सकते. इसमें तो I think you can do तुक्का and just get by. My sister hit my brother. Hitted my brother. Oh my god. Guys, if you could see the options, this is bad. Hitted is not a word. I don't think it is. Hitted. Hitted क्या होता है? I hitted her. No, it's not correct. Miku, you're the highest climber. You've climbed up to 8 places. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the fourth question. Oh. I realized I dashed all the way to school without putting on shoes. What? I think I've told you about this incident which happened where I went to school without my school bag. I realized I had driven all the way to school without putting on my shoes. I had drove. had के साथ V3 form of the verb use होगा ना, V2 थोड़ी ना, drive, drove, driven, V3 form of the verb, past participle form of the verb, not simple past. Even though I know most of us are so married to the idea of कि भैया past tense है तो सिर्फ V2 form of the verb use होगा. No. Anurag Bajpai, you have climbed up to 10 places. Congratulations, Anurag. Doing really well. And Nancy, it's nice to see you on the leaderboard. I was so sleepy when I dashed to school. I was so sleepy when I drove to school. Had drove, driven, or had driven. What do you think is the correct answer? I think I just practically yawned in this session. Okay. I was so sleepy when I drove to school. Triangle was the correct answer. Chirag and Neil doing really well. Siddharth, you're the highest climber. You've climbed up to 12 places. Ramana and Anurag doing really well. Let's take a look at the sixth question. I could speak Spanish because I dashed in Mexico when I was a kid. I could speak Spanish because I dashed in Mexico when I was a kid. Because I lived in Mexico when I was a kid. Because I had lived in Mexico when I was a kid. I think because I lived in Mexico or had lived in Mexico. For reals? I would have also given the wrong answer to that one. Litika, congratulations. You have climbed up to 11 places. So you're doing really well. Let's take a look at the next one, which is 7th question out of 21. The teacher dashed as a student to pass out papers. We were mad because she dashed Sam again. Wait, I think I've done this quiz, yes, with another set of students. I feel like I recognize this particular question because this is like student angsty, like why is he always getting a chance? The teacher chose a student to pass our papers. We were mad because she had chosen Sam again. Romana is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Congratulations, Romana. Chirag, Romana, Nancy, and Mansi are there on the top of the leaderboard. Guys, the comic conversation session is going to happen at 7:30. Make sure that you join me there. By the time the rain started, I had walked 2 miles. जब तक बारिश स्टार्ट हुई भैया मैं चल चुका था 2 miles. Option number B. I hope so. If not, then I'm also going to be giving the wrong answer. I had walked. I walked. I had walked. There are 2 actions which are happening. एक तो बारिश होने लग गई और दूसरा तुम चल रहे हो, तो उसमें had आएगा. Soumyashri is the highest climber. Congratulations, Soumyashri. You have climbed 9 places. She dashed some milk. He didn't want any. What do you think is the correct answer for this one? Something is not off. She drank some milk. He didn't want any. Option number diamond was the correct answer, or blue as you would like to call it. Alright, we have Chirag has an answer streak of 9 correct answers in a Chirag. Till now, you have not given even one answer which was wrong. Congratulations. So, doing really well. I was disappointed when I saw the store closed. I dashed to buy donuts. I had hoped to buy donuts. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my phone. I think something is off with my phone. Ayo, my video is not loading. I was disappointed when I saw the store was closed. I had hoped to buy donuts. Seju is the highest climber. Congratulations, Seju. You have moved up to 9 places. By the time the rain started, I dashed 2 miles. 2 actions, past perfect, not past tense. Full. By the time the rain started, I had run 2 miles. Option number blue was the correct answer. I think this is happening in a different world altogether, different lag. And Chirag, I think I know you have an answer streak. So Ramana, Mansi, Neil, Rumana, congratulations. Yesterday I dashed this old man in the window of the house in the corner. Hella creepy. Looking at anybody staring at you is just creepy on a different level. Yesterday I dashed this old man in the window of the old house on the corner. Yesterday I saw this old man in the window of the house on the corner. Saw. Triangle was the correct answer. Please be the correct. Yes. Okay. Correct answer. Neil, you're making a comeback with 3 in a row. Congratulations. You're doing really well. He dashed to me, but I didn't wave back. He waved. Rude, first of all. Don't do that. He waved to me, but I didn't wave back because I was like, nah. He had waved to me. He waved to me. I didn't wave back. Please be correct. I hope so. Yes, waved. I had waved, nahi, waved. Alright, there is somebody. Ah, Kaushik Das is back in the game with 3 in a row. Congratulations, Kaushik. Doing really well. Last couple of questions. My older brother dashed me that the house was haunted and the old man was a ghost. My older brother had told me that the house was haunted and that the old man was a ghost. Had told. Had told? I really hope it's had told and not something else. My old brother had told. Yes. Yes. It's just like, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. Devyanshi, high five. Congratulations on climbing up to 5 places. That's why I dash afraid to wave back. That is why, what are you afraid to wave back? That's why I was afraid to wave back. Because you were afraid that, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of that old man eating you up because he's a ghost. Oh, both of them are correct. That's why I had been afraid to wave back. Chirag, you're on fire today. Interesting. You're doing really well. I'm proud of you. Later, I dashed really bad about being rude to that old man. Of course, rude. Somebody is waving to you, you're not waving back. It's hella rude. Later, I dashed really bad about being rude to that old man. I had felt bad about being rude to that old man. Oh, I felt bad. Guys, if I was doing this quiz, I think I'd be losing so hard. That'd be so bad. Let's take a look at the next one. 17th question. I have a class right after this. Before I started high school, he always dashed so nice and friendly. He before I started high school, he always had been so nice and friendly. Because I feel there are 2 actions which are happening, that's how it's going to happen. Yes, thank God, thank God. So what you have to look out for is basically that there should be 2 actions which should be happening. And Neil, congratulations, you're coming back. Halloween was in 7th grade. Had they Halloween, I was in 7th grade. We dashed too scared to trick or treat at his house. I think I'm going to be 5 minutes late pakka for my class. Next wala. But theek hai, chill hai. What can I do about it? Nothing. We had been too scared because there are 2 actions which are happening at the same time. Oh, they were? Himadri, congratulations. You're the highest climber. You guys are way better than I would have been. It's so sad because he dashed his house with lights and pumpkins. We have done this before. I just realized it. I actually realized it before, but I was like, no. I don't think we completed it though. I was so sad because he dashed his house with lights and pumpkins. Okay. because he had decorated his house with lights and pumpkins. Last two questions. One of my friends got candy from the old man, but he didn't eat it. But he didn't eat. Didn't ate, hadn't eaten, hadn't ate. What is that word? Eaten? Not a word. Hmm. He didn't eat it. Anurag, congratulations. Climbed up to 4 places. Last question for today. We were all sure the old man dashed poison in the candy. So rude, first of all. We were all so sure the old man dashed poison in the candy. Had put poison in the candy. Option number green was the correct answer. Thank God. My answer was correct. I'm so proud of myself. This is difficult. This was difficult. By all regards, I agree. Himadri, congratulations on being in the 3rd place. Ramana, congratulations on being on the 2nd. And congratulations to Chirag. You were on a roll today. Like what? What is Shruti and Romana? Congratulations for being runner-ups. Like Chirag, I don't think till the end you gave even one answer which was wrong. Like how? Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Make sure that you join me at 7:30 for the comic conversation session. You can download the app, follow me for class updates, and you can message me for doubts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to see you in the next class. I have another class to rush to, so I need 2 minutes of breathing break. Other than that, bye-bye. I'm going to see you in the next class. Take care of yourself. And that's it. My week is off. I'm off YouTube for this week. Great. Bye.